This time the quick speed shop, my Model A Coupe came home with a strap, and I think the ignition box quit, and so we're going to slap another one in and see if we can get the thing running. Alright, so this thing's powered by a 2.3 liter Ford 4-cylinder engine, and I'm using a Duraspark 2 style factory ignition. And I was cruising along home, and this is 11 o'clock at night in the dark, motor, and I went over the bridge or the river on my way home, and the thing just shut off. So I coasted as far as I could. I was down on a flat next to the horse farm, in the dark, nobody around, 10% charge on my phone. So by the time I did a little diagnosis, and it was like 11:20, I called my buddy Jackman. I said, "Yo, Jackman, are you up?" And he said, "Yep." So he came on over, we brought a strap over, we hooked the car up, we towed it about the last 10 miles back to my house, and it's been sitting in the yard for the last 2 days. So I'm finally going to go ahead and see if I can figure out what's broke. I know I got fuel because I whacked the throttle by looking in the carburetor. It's got plenty of fuel in the carburetor, so I'm going to guess that the magic box failed on the ignition. So I've got another one here. Unfortunately, this is a Chinese knockoff one, but I'm going to throw it in and see what's happening. And let's go inside the car because the thing's inside the passenger side kick panel. We'll pull it apart, we'll plug this guy in and see if the engine starts. Alright, bam, here we go. I got the factory style reproduction kick panel here with a couple of screws holding it in place. I'll go ahead and I'll wing ding these out here. There's one. Here's the other one. Well, this should just pop out of here. Alright, bam, there we go. You can see here, I've got a box mounted to a panel. Can you see it? Where is it? Yes. Right here, I've got a box mounted to a panel. I've got a piece of Scotch-Brite dangling here for anti-rattle. Thing looks alright. Let me just tug on these wires that are hooked together, make sure they're all good. Everything appears to be good there. I'm going to cut this zip tie and we'll plug this other box. Here we go. Got the two connectors here. Let me go ahead and unplug the box. The magic box. Plug in the new magic box. We got a new, oh, drop it, there we go. Alright, we got a new magic box plugged in. Let me see if it'll start. Alright, here we go, got the new magic box installed. Let's see if she'll start. Oop, she fired. Hold on. I think it's flooded. Huh. Now that's odd. The thing will fire and then once and then it quits. That's not good. So how do I know if my new box is any good? Oh man, how could this get more difficult? It starts on crank but it won't start and run. It fires on crank but it won't stay running. Now the battery's dead, son of a gun. Well, shoot. I gotta go under hood and see what's going on here now. Maybe we got a problem with the starter solenoid. Ignition lead might be bad. Let's go look at that. This box could be bad. Who the hell knows? It's brand new Chinese junk. Now the battery's dead. I gotta charge that. This is a fiasco already. Son of a gun. Alright, so it's acting like we got ignition on start but not run. I'm gonna feed 12 volts to the coil all the time here. This will be feeding 12 volts to the coil the whole time. Okay, so I got 12 volts going to the coil all the time. Let's see if I pull this off if the engine dies. Oh, what does that tell you? Let's think about this. So this could mean the ignition switch is bad, because if it would fire on crank, but when I went back to run, it didn't work, I could have a problem with the ignition switch, because we just went and bypassed the ignition switch by feeding 12 volts right to the coil, and the thing fired right up. So let me shut this off. Let's plug the original box back in and make sure the original box wasn't bad. Okay, I plugged the original box back in. Let's try it again and see what happens. Alright, so that tells me the box is good, the original box in the car is good. I'm leaning towards either the wire that feeds the 12 volts to the coil, but most likely not that. Most likely it's the ignition switch has lost the ignition terminal somehow, so there's either something going on with the switch or the wiring to the from the switch to the coil here. So let me diagnose into that and see what we find. Alright, I've pulled the ignition switch out. I had it taped up here so it wouldn't ground to anything. Let's see what we should be labeled. There goes my keys. There you go, what we got here. I think the light, yeah, the light purple wire is going to the distributor. My battery feed. Battery. Okay, here we go. Turn the battery on to the car. It's red as battery. Okay, we got battery there. That should be off, that should be off, that should be off. So now, the key in here. Turn this to one click. Should be accessory. And I got ignition here. Start should be dead, so when I hit this key, it should light up the start light. Yep, there we go. So that's still hot. But it's not going to start because it doesn't have it at the coil. Alright, so the ignition switch is good. Alright, so that tells me that the switch is okay. My head wasn't in the way the whole time. The switch is okay. Now we still got just battery here. Nothing else is hot. So this light purple wire here goes to the coil. So we're kind of narrowing it down to maybe there's something wrong with that light purple wire. Coil. Here we go, hold on. Here I'm under the dash, my fuse block, which you can't really see, but I've got a fuse for the coil here. I wonder if it just blew that for some reason. I didn't realize the coil was fused. Guess if I had done some sleuthing in the dark, I would have seen that. Look at that son of a gun. The mini fuse, the 10 amp mini fuse for the coil, or was that, what is that? 30 amp. Whoa! Hold on. Holy moly, an angry horsefly just got in here. Oops, throw it anywhere. So it blew the 30 amp fuse for the coil. Don't like that. Now the question is, why did it blow the 30 amp fuse for the coil? Is there something wrong with the coil and it blew the fuse, or was it just happened to fail? I guess the thing to do is put another fuse in it and see what happens. Okay, I got a new used 30 amp fuse in my coil slot. Let's fire it up and see what happens. First got to turn the battery on. Here we go. The birds have built a condo up in the display grill in the front of my barn, and they're making all kinds of racket over there. Well, I don't know if that was a fluke or if the coil is going bad. The wire path and the wire appears to be good. We've determined that the magic box is good, the starter solenoid's good, the coil runs the engine, the ignition switch tests out good, the wire appears to be good between one or the other end, so I don't know why it blew the fuse for the coil. Has the coil got some kind of internal issue that's going to blow again? I don't know, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to carry around a couple extra fuses and run it and see what happens. If it keeps blowing fuses, then something's going on, and most likely there's something going on with that coil. So I guess I fixed it for now. I'll put all this nonsense back together. I am going to carry around my extra box just in case. You never know when you're going to need an ignition box is going to fail, so I'll carry that around. I'll throw some extra fuses in here. I thought I had some in a pouch somewhere, but they appear to be not here. So I'll get a couple extra 30 amp fuses and I'll roll around that way. But I think I've gone ahead and fixed the problem for now on the Model A Hot Rod Coupe. So I guess I'm back on the road for now, fingers crossed. Okay, I've gone ahead in the future one day. The coil is the issue. I blew the fuse twice. I was going to cruise night earlier today and blew the fuse about a mile away from home. And then I got back here and it blew it just coming around the backyard. I put my hand on the coil and the coil is getting hot. So I'm going to guess that the coil is faulty. So I had to use my jumper wire to fire it up to get it around here to the backyard. And so I'm going to have to dig up a 12-volt coil and swap that out. I'm also going to check the integrity of the wire that feeds the coil to make sure there's no spot where it's grounding that out and blowing the fuse on that. But the coil was getting awful hot, like you put your hand on it. So I'm going to guess that the coil is the problem. But I'm going to have to dig out some parts and get that fixed. So I just wanted to throw this in at the end, that the issue isn't fixed. You can't just magically fix broken fuses by putting more of them in, because there's probably a reason why they're blowing. So now cut to the outro. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm putting out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Hit the bell for alerts, tell your friends, and as always, we'll see you right back here at the Quick Speed Shop with more Model A Hot Rod Coupe action, hopefully with no more electrical issues.